YouTube, what it do this morning? And man, do I have a disturbing news story, courtesy of the New York Post, right? 3 friends found dead at Mexico City Airbnb while celebrating Day of the Dead, which is a pagan holiday. It's not a holy day. 3 Americans, left to right: Jordan Marshall, 28, Courte Hall, 33, and Kandace Florence, 28, and Cortez Hall, 33, were found dead on October 30th inside their Airbnb in Mexico City after traveling there to celebrate Day of the Dead. Man, our heart and prayers go out to the families and their friends and their loved ones. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Families are demanding answers more than a week after 3 American friends vacationing in Mexico City were mysteriously found dead inside their Airbnb. Kandace Florence and Jordan Marshall, both 28, and Cortez Hall, 33, had traveled to Mexico in late October to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. Florence's boyfriend, who did not go with the trio on the trip, was on the phone with her on the night of October 30th when she started feeling ill and told him something was not right, according to the station WAVY. The call then got disconnected and the boyfriend could no longer get a hold to Florence. Concerned for her safety, the boyfriend reached out to the Airbnb host asking to perform a welfare check. And there go a picture of that sister right there. Kandace Florence, 28, a business owner from Virginia Beach, was talking on the phone to her boyfriend on October 30th when she became ill and told him something was wrong. Local police who arrived on the scene that night found Florence and her 2 male companions, Marshall and Hall, dead. The families of the deceased said they have been in touch with the U.S. Embassy in Mexico and traveled to Mexico City in person in search of an explanation for what had happened, but they still do not know how their loved ones died. The Mexican police were not very forthcoming with information, Jennifer Marshall, Jordan's mom, told the station WTKR. Also, the language barrier was incredibly difficult as well. The family still has not been able to retrieve Jordan Marshall's personal belongings, including his wallet and laptop. Man, how terrible is this? Jordan Marshall, 28, Florence's friend from high school working as a teacher in New Orleans, was found dead along his 2 friends by local police. Florence's father, Kelvin Florence, complained that no one in Mexico has made an effort to reach out to the relatives of the deceased back in the U.S. and notify them. Marshall and Florence's bodies were expected to be flown back to the U.S. in the coming days. Marshall and Florence both grew up in Virginia Beach and graduated from the same high school in 2011. Marshall later became a teacher and moved to New Orleans, where he befriended Hall, a fellow educator. And that was that brother right there, man. Man, them look like some cool brothers, man. Cortez Hall, 33, a teacher from New Orleans, also died under unexplained circumstances in Mexico City. According to her LinkedIn page, Florence earned an associate degree in marketing in 2015 and in 2020 launched her own candle-making business, Glow Through It. Her mother, Frieda Florence, described the young entrepreneur as a dreamer who wanted to make a difference in the lives of others. Florence, who would have turned 29 on Thursday. The U.S. Embassy in Mexico confirmed the deaths of the 3 U.S. citizens and said its officials were closely monitoring local authorities' investigation into the cause of death. And you know, we have to be so careful when we travel to these other countries, and we have to be so careful what we participate in. We really do. If we just think about the moment, the day of the name of the pagan holiday, the day is Day of the Dead. And unfortunately, these 3 beautiful souls have ended up dead. And as of right now, we don't know why. So we have to make sure that we demand answers and try to see, keep the pressure on Mexico to come up with a conclusion, and an explanation on what happened, with facts, because this is a tragedy. And if you having people that are visiting your country, vacationing in your country, then, you would want those people to be safe. The same way if your people come to America or any other country, you would want them to be safe. So our heart and prayers definitely go out to the three victims and their loved ones and their friends and families. And we pray that the Most High give them some kind of closure at this difficult time. And we pray that the truth come out and we find out what happened to our brothers and sisters while they was on the trip in Mexico. With that being said, drop your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click on that notification bell. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Shalom to the Wizard.